So this mugshot here says that certain Aquaman starlet lied in big time about their youth. They were telling you about all of their charitable deeds. They were telling you about going to school, having those good grades, doing everything they could to stay on the right side of the tracks. Yeah, about that. Now, the reason that I want to go over all of this stuff today really is twofold. Number one, the tale that she regaled us with, I don't believe she was being truthful when she was talking about growing up, and I think all of that is very important. I mean, after all, if there are pieces that are clouded or pieces that are missing, there are things that she doesn't want to tell us about. Well, again, that goes to truthfulness. If she's not telling us about that and being truthful, what else isn't she being truthful about? The second thing, and I think that this is very important too, as far as substances are concerned, she pointed the finger squarely at JD and she was saying he's the cause of this stuff. As far as drinking is concerned, it looks like she was having problems all the way back when she was 16. If that guy, he's carrying a monster, it sounds like she's carrying one XXX size. You and I, we're going to talk about all of that today. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. And today brought a close to the first day of that certain Aquaman starlet taking the stand, where they told us about growing up in Texas. They told us about their childhood, their father, horses, construction, their mom working with the state. But they also told us about what they were doing when they were growing up. They told us about going to private school, for example. They said that they had a scholarship. They were from the other side of the tracks. And while they were going to school and making those great grades, they were also giving away all of their time to charity. They were working in soup kitchens. They were working with deaf kids. They even learned to sign. And of course, they bring up charity, by the way, because they have $7 million they need to explain away. Now, when they were talking about this, they didn't bring up anything like alcohol. They didn't bring up anything like getting in trouble. So I find it fascinating when you go over to the website, ifod.net/thetruth, you'll find this. This is from bustedmugshots.com. It has arrest information. That's right. We found out that certain Aquaman starlet has spent time in jail, not once, but twice. They did it as an adult. They also did it when they were young. Here you can see their name on it. You can see location in Austin, Texas. Processing date 12/09/2003. Now, as far as the reasoning for all of this is concerned, things get really, really interesting when you start reading into it. Why? Because I imagine that certain Aquaman starlet doesn't think anyone really knows about this stuff. They had it come up when they were a juvenile. It's not really listed as reasons. There's no why or wherefore. You have breadcrumbs. We'll look at two places to give us those. But still, I imagine they don't even really know that people know about this stuff at all. So on IFOD's side, we're going to look at two sites, like I say, but on this one, they note, now it is of importance to note that the reason for suspension all deal with previous arrests, not tickets. The charge that she got in 2003 to 2004 was a ticket for driving with a suspended license. She was a minor, and had she not gotten a ticket, we would never have known she was even had a juvenile record or a conviction record. So again, this thing, it sets off a chain. It actually lets us know a little window into her past. A window, like I said, that she thinks has been expunged and forgotten. Continuing, we do not and cannot know what she was arrested for and when, because juvenile arrest records are sealed under most circumstances. All we know is she was arrested before 12/2003 for something either involving alcohol or drugs. It could be a combination of all of those, or it could be one or both, while driving a motor vehicle or a boat. Now again, either one of those, it doesn't matter which one that you lay down, They deal with substances. That certain Aquaman starlet, they like to talk about their love for wine. But again, they make it sound like a healthy thing. Even though when you look at their record there, they are said to have a bottle or two wine per day. But still, I mean, when you look at this goes all the way back. As they say, to end this, poor little rich girl, do you want to know how expensive it is in Texas when you have a DUI or a suspended license ticket? Now, this other side, it talks about Texas law and suspensions. And let me read this here with me. According to Texas law, on license suspensions and reinstatements, a minor's license is usually only suspended for a period of 2 to 6 months after a DUI-related offense. So, what you're talking about is they have their license suspended. They probably only had it suspended for a few months because they were caught doing something. And lo and behold, what do? They go out and they do something yet again. So we're not just talking about one offense. We're talking about at least 2 offenses, maybe more. Here are the pertinent laws regarding that in the Lone Star State. Bold areas, of course, are of particular interest in this case. A minor's driver's license will be suspended under the following circumstances. The minor refused a blood or breath specimen following an arrest for an offense prohibiting the operation of a motor vehicle or watercraft while intoxicated, while under the influence of alcohol, or while under the influences of substance. And you notice 180 days for the first offense, 2 years if previously suspended for failing or refusing a blood alcohol test, or previously suspended for a DUI, intoxication, assault, or intoxication manslaughter conviction during 10 years preceding the date of arrest. Number 2, the minor provided a blood or breath specimen, a detectable amount of alcohol while following an arrest for an offense while operating either type of motorized vehicle. Again, 60 days for the first offense, 120 if previously convicted, 180 if previously convicted 2 or more times, or the minor was not requested to provide a blood or breath specimen following arrest for an offense involving the operation of a motor vehicle. Again, if you go through this, it has the same breakdown: 60 days, first offense, 120 for a second offense, and so on. Yeah, if somebody was having multiple problems that ended up getting them arrested before the age of 18, you tell me who's carrying the monster. And again, this isn't the only time that certain Aquaman starlet has been arrested either. They were also arrested because their partner, Tasha Van Ree, for the very things they alleged JD did. Oh, yeah, crazy stuff, huh? But anyway, check out the link in the description. That is our book. We could use your help. We have a week left on it. That's our message to the industry that empowered these folks to allow them to do this in the first place. Walk away from their stuff, walk away towards something better, and thank you. Also, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Let me know what you think. Till next time, see ya.